Okay, this is the dish breakdown where I break down a dish so you never have to rely on a recipe again. And today we're breaking down chicken pot pie.
No, Kitty, this is not pot pie.
When making chicken pot pie, you're going to want to start off with a standard mirepoix. This is generally 2 parts onion, 1 part carrot, and 1 part celery. And while slicing and dicing your vegetables, try to make sure that everything is bite-sized. Next, before assembling your pot pie, you'll want to make sure that your filling is mostly cooked. This means you'll want to saute your vegetables in a large pot until they become nice and tender. And once they're tender, you'll want to add your roux. A roux is generally equal parts flour and butter. So if you add a 1/4 cup of flour, add a 1/4 cup of butter. And in terms of the amount you want to use for pot pie, that's totally up to you. Just note that for 4 cups of chicken stock, a 1/4 cup of flour and butter will result in a medium thickness, while a 1/3 cup of butter and flour will result in extra thickness. Once you add your chicken stock and things are getting thick, season to taste with chicken bouillon instead of salt. This will give your pot pie a nice depth of flavor. Next, when it's time to add your heavy cream, you can treat it like the art of making a latte. Just add enough until you get your desired shade of brown. Just remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it back. Now for your chicken, you'll want to add your desired choice of cooked chicken. Just make sure that you cut it up into bite-sized pieces before adding it into your pot pie filling. And finally, to help cool things down before adding it into your pie shell, add some frozen peas. And if you want, you could add freshly chopped herbs like parsley or thyme to really brighten up the dish. Now for your pie crust, you can totally use store-bought, but if you plan on making it from scratch, all you really need is butter, flour, ice water, and salt. Just note that for 2.5 cups of flour, you'll want to use 2 sticks or 1 cup of diced cold butter. Add some salt to the mix and cut in your butter until your flour looks nice and mealy, and then add just enough ice water until you can form a dough. With that dough, you'll want to shape out 2 discs, cover them with plastic wrap, and then stick them in the refrigerator until they become nice and firm. Once they're firm, roll them out until they're 1/8 of an inch thick, and then place down the bottom layer in your pie pan. You'll add your cooled down pot pie filling, place your second pie crust on top, trim the edges just a bit, and then roll them over. Crimp the edges however you like, and once everything is shaped out, make an egg wash by combining 1 egg with a little splash of heavy cream. Brush that on top of your pie crust, poke some holes for ventilation, then bake your pot pie in a hot oven and let it bake until the crust is nice and golden brown.